Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm on night shift. I'm up at Syncrude and heavy hours. Night shift. It wears a guy out. I'm getting adjusted. It's day three. Two shifts now of night shifts. Yeah, I'm more out Easter weekend. UNSC, I've been following it closely and watching where Canada is in all this and what we are allowed to see because all Canadians are removed from the contents of the United Nations Security Council this month. We're not allowed to see. I did watch components this morning live on RT's website, Russian television website. We did get to see some of the UN states speak. I don't know post that live, I don't think we'll be able to see the contents, not here in Canada. So I got some of it. I don't know how long that will last this month before it's banned completely. And Russia and Canada are going at it pretty hard, folks. Harder than any other two countries. Russia's clearly making statements against Canada. I did send my presentation in, folks, to the entirety of the United Nations Security Council. I know for a fact Russia got that. I phoned New York this morning to make sure. The other point is I don't know what's going to happen with Colombia. I don't know on the 13th. I have no idea what we're going to be allowed to see and what we're not allowed to see. So a mass amount of content is hidden from all Canadians. It is the most disturbing set of events this month that we've ever seen since World War II. Now, I did a video on the destruction of democracy in Canada, and a lot of folks got on that. It's actually getting viewed now. A lot of folks from a lot of different camps, and PPC getting in there, People's Party of Canada. And I want everybody to understand we have a fix, and it's called you. It's called you. Now, unlike every other federal political party in Canada, especially People's Party of Canada, which, folks, I've met Maxime Bernier many, many times. In the Alberta Economic Forum, I debated him while I was pursuing the legal path to independence. They had us meet in central Alberta and go at it. And he came with all the bells and whistles, the CPC. And you know what? Do you know what all the great minds of Alberta in economics chose? Alberta independence over Maxime Bernier. The problem again, everybody, the problem again, Maxime Bernier, who I've met many, many times, doesn't want to remove the crown of Canada. He talks about, oh yeah, I'm not with the royal family, but he takes the crown power all the same like all the rest. All of PPC narrates that there's an evil UN, that they're going to, once they win the crown on their head, on your behalf, they're going to take care of all that. They're going to get rid of it. They're going to get rid of Agenda 2030. They got a whole list of all the evildoers, all the evil billionaires. Folks, I'm going to say it again. The destruction of Canada's democracy is from one source: your crown politicians, federally and a crown provincially. That's it entirely. So when a political party comes and says, let me put on the crown and I'll take care of all these evildoers, here's the problem, folks. The crown comes with an oath of allegiance that goes to the royal family who crafted all of the agendas. Every single one. All voted down in the UN. Not legal international binding law to begin with. Yet the political parties bring it in anyway. They legislate through federal parliament, introducing bills some lunatic a mon who's like, I'm a great mind, I'm smart, I'm on Twitter Spaces, I'm a lawyer, a Canadian bar. He tells me, folks, tells me and everybody, he doesn't know the difference between an act and a bill. It's like, what are you talking about? Private, public? Who gives a shit? You assholes bring it forward. And if the people don't like it, you do an order in council. You only bring acts or bills you can get through the parliament. The illusion of democracy. And if it goes well through its 3 readings and amendments by the mainstream party, which again, folks, it's their legislation they put through that allow these foreign investors, these foreign actors, these foreign NGOs, these foreign billionaires to come into your country and exploit you. Nobody else. Bill Gates doesn't get here on his own. We are a UN state. We have political parties in power who legislate. And if they can't get you, the people, to fall for it, they do an order in council. They say, we don't need to do democracy. Let's do a secret order in council with the crown. And then the people don't know nothing because we know they're not going to go for it. It's going to cost us votes. Let's blame boogeymen. And this is Maxime Bernier and his People's Party of Canada, who says, give me the crown. I'm going to do all this good for you. He never once says, you know what the problem is, folks? It's the crown. We have to smash it into 40 million pieces. No. Maxime Bernier and all his garbage is exactly like the Liberals, exactly like the Conservatives, exactly like the NDP, exactly like the Bloc, all with mythical ideas and manipulations of you, the people, destroying your democracy. We talk about GDP. These political parties, these actors, our GDPs in the West are terrific. So is your debt to GDP ratio. You want to know why, folks? Because we've ballooned the service sector, regardless of its performance. We've bled our primary sector so vastly. We've taxed the shit out of all the people so vastly that it can't even cover their bullshit, their wealth transfer. They've created so much chaos out of printing cash and actually inflating you, the people, the costs to you, the people, by borrowing against you astronomical amounts. Our service sector to primary sector ratio is off the charts. They say, oh, we're a great country. Measured by who? The first class crown. Who's raping the shit out of all of you? You, the lowly third class taxpayers who've never had it as worse as you had today. And they keep telling you, you got it great. You've never had it so good in Canada. Really? A house costs astronomical sums of money. All the new generation everyone's making fun of and wondering why there's so much mental illness. You're born owing $123,000. You're now vetoed on international law and international stages. Your country, your political actors have said, nope, Canadians don't need to know. And nobody says shit. And they're doing more and more because nobody says anything. And I get it. People owe so much money. People are so oppressed. Drugs have never been as rampant in the country's history. We all know the homelessness. If you haven't been to the States, go. I don't want to hear stories about Detroit and Philly and all that, because I toured it, folks. Live in real person, out to all kinds of early hours of the wee morning. Nothing. There's homelessness. Nothing compared to even my home city, Edmonton. Nowhere near. And don't tell me about subways. I checked it out. Nowhere near what we are here in Canada. And I was in old city Philadelphia too, old Detroit, where apparently it's off the charts. Nowhere near Canada and anything I've seen in the GTA. I've seen out west in Edmonton, what I've seen in Vancouver. Nowhere near it. Canada, way worse by large miles. Now, I haven't been to California, and I will go at some point after I do the West Coast, British Columbia, finish the wet sweat. And I will check it out, folks. But so far, everything we've been told physically, and you can look at my videos. I'm at some pretty cool bars, and I even shot some pictures. You go check that out. You're going to know that apparently I'm in the worst areas you could be in. And you know what? I have no problem walking around doing whatever I want. I've met maybe 2 or 3 homeless people in a massive city center, right? You go downtown Edmonton, you're going to meet about 50 just on one block. It's pathetic what we're told. It's not true. People's Party of Canada has no fix for any of you. They keep talking about evil UN, evil billionaires. Again, people, how did they get there? Oh, yeah, through your politicians, through the legislators and the parliamentarians. You want to fix it? It's real simple for the umpteenth time. Click on the link. Open up the general form. Page 14. Just so everybody sees all the other forms. Page 14 is replicated over and over. I know no political party ever shows that to you. Maxime Bernier handpicked the Conservative Party of Canada founding members for himself. He hand chose his. Then he went around Canada getting new memberships, pay for a 3-year membership. Sound familiar, folks? You don't fill out that form. That is the legal form for the government of Canada, for all new political parties, and you can register members legally. See how there's no cost? It's the cost of you printing it off, you filling out the form, and then you sending it to me electronically. Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists. What does that mean? It means voting for yourself, we the people, because we are going to destroy the crown. In literally 30 days of an election, all we have to win is minority prime minister. People ask me, what's your solution? You have no solution. My solution is you, the people. Destroy it from the inside out. The legal revolution. The one that doesn't cause any violence. One that doesn't get you arrested. One that beats them on their own stage. Every lawyer who looks at our platform hates our guts. You can just feel the hate. That how dare you empower those filthy animals? How dare you empower the subjects and savages? They will serve us. They will fill our pockets. They hate my guts right across Canada. They just come out of the woodwork. They feel superior. And you ever listen to them? They feel entitled. They feel superior. How dare you, lowly loser lowlifes, even speak to me? I am higher education. I am higher mind. You are shit. You are the shit on the bottom of my boots. You will learn your place. That's what your government has taught them. That's what the crown breeds. That's what they tell Canadians. That's normal. Find somebody lower. You're superior. Crush them. Hate them. Well, no, folks. No. We're taking the crown, smashing it into a million pieces. For farmers, for small business, for the working class, for the First Peoples, nation within a nation, everybody. You want to get rich, do it the right way. Come up with a viable business where you do the best and you'll do okay. No more subsidies. No more the divinity of the crown decides. No more foreign interests where you, the people, aren't codified. You, the people, need to be codified. We're not even codified in this country, and you won't find any party talking about it. Oh, no, constitutionalism, you can't have it. You can be communist. Oh, we like that, but no constitutionalism, not for you. That's what they say. All parties voted. I know, because we had to change our party name. I wanted what's called Big C, Little C constitutionalism. That's the written and the unwritten laws. Which you need a balance. You need to have a country that can change with the times, but things are specific, especially social issues need to be codified so that you never divide the people. You, the people in majority, need to do that. More so than all of that, you, the people, need to put in place rules of governance, how to govern, and accountability. Both for the First Peoples, both for Canadians. All together, a nation within a nation. For all those who keep shooting their mouth off saying, it's not possible. It most certainly is. It's not cockamamie. It's in the United States of America. Again, for all Canadians, if you don't know, for all Canadians and First Peoples, 133% more land is the status of the American Indian, who has all resource rights, has their own federal ministry, and they get all the provincial powers like Canada doesn't have. It's given to the premiers. It's given through the lieutenant governor, but there's no rules of governance accountability. In the states, all 50 states get that. All 150 constituted First Peoples, again, 6.5 million American Indians live on 133% more land than all Canadians, all Inuit, all Métis, and absolutely all treaty and unceded Indians. 40 million versus 6.5 million, and that 6.5 million has 133% more land than all of you. None of you get your resources. None of you get so much that they get. And they absolutely have full self-government, self-determination, and a settlement of the claims. In fact, they lease property. A lot of American Indians don't work. They sit back collecting their money because they're leasing their stuff out. You want to harvest our resources? No problem. Helicopter pads on reserves. Come to Canada. Apples and oranges. Holy. No clean drinking water. No infrastructure. Kids walk to school. And any dirtbag. When you talk about missing and murdered Indigenous, any dirtbag can drive off the highway, grab a kid, walking to school, gone, never seen again. Never seen again. It's easy. It's sad. It's sad. It's disgusting. It's wrong. And this is the government of Canada in all its glory. Geez, I wonder why everything's so rotten. 'Cause you're fucking rotten. An Indian Act, 1876, savage Indian. All Canadians, do you know what you are? If you haven't figured it out. Last page of your 154 pages consolidated of the Constitutional Acts of Canada. If you didn't know throughout all of it, you're not codified there. There's never once anything for Canadians. Not a once. The very last page, third last bullet. You're a subject. Subject to this class. Everyone who's constituted in the Constitution. Well, who's that? All the positions we're going to highlight in our platform in 2025 for the very first time in Canadian history. Go look at all 14 pages of our application. There's a page there that lists all our positions. We're going to list all the Crown positions, and leading up to the election, we're going to highlight all of our people on the website, never done before by any political party in the history of Canada. It's all done secretly, right? There are superior human beings outside of the realm of democracy. That's called Canada. It's normal. It's normal to have full-on autocrats. It's normal. Preferred Canadians, superior human beings. Like Nazi Germany, because it is. Like South Africa's apartheid, because it is. We were crafted first. It's always been there. We're born into it. We get no civics. I get lunatic lawyers telling me about civics. Are you high, man? There ain't no civics in Canada. You want to see civics, go to the United States. You're not going to find any civics in Canada. Subjects don't get civics. They're slaves. Savages don't get civics. They're not human beings. They're not people. That's Canada. Just like South Africa, just like Nazi Germany, just like Imperial Japan, just like what was Italy as an Axis power, just like what is and is Spain today. Never changed. Democracy's great until it doesn't work. Then the firm hand of the crown comes in and we will destroy you. That's the government's answer. Oh, we're superior human beings. God says we're superior. You know, like Age of Empires, like thousands of years. This is normal, like Egypt normal. It's not normal, folks. There is no mainstream religion that subscribes to it, and I'll be in alive on the 13th. I'm already invited to a pretty prestigious spaces on April 13th, as it looks like my country is keeping me out of the UNSC. Russia's made it clear no more Canada, right? Because we have garbage politicians. Learn to be an inferior. Support your divine rulers, divine human beings, gods over you. You won't find a mainstream religion that subscribes to that. It's in fact contrary. It breaches the highest constitutions in the Old Testament. That means all Muslims, if you call yourself a Christian, you believe in Jesus Christ, that's contrary to you too. Absolutely all Judeans, anyone who practices the Jewish faith, contrary in Old Testament, you all share the same fundamental laws. Never worship false idols. Men are not gods. Kings and emperors and shit apples created that a very long time ago. A lot of the world's moved on from it, but not Canada. Canada wants you to vote in your next divine and holy human being. And they're going to, don't worry, you don't have to feel bad because they're going to appoint all the divine human beings to rule over you autocratically, you inferior low-life degenerates. And they will raise lawyers and first-class doctors who will tell you their superiority. You feel it when you go to the doctor. You feel it when you're in the justice system. You're made to know that you're a piece of shit, that you're less than they are. That's how they're raised up. They believe they deserve hundreds of dollars an hour to slap you around and treat you like piss. All the politicians believe it. They're geared to it. Every lunatic Canadian bar holder, every lunatic Canadian justice, they can be a perverted sick fuck, grabbing girls half their age, getting punched out in foreign countries, but hey, it's normal, it's Canada, we just wash it away. These are superior human beings, it's not the same, but you, Joe Jane, you try that, and you're going to go to trial, you're going to be put all over the TV, made an asshole out of, for everybody to see. They're going to show you as an example of a garbage citizen. They're going to tell everybody how much of a racist and pervert you are. Yet they commit atrocious, horrific crimes. And it's nothing. Don't worry. Don't look over here. We're divine and you're not. People want to talk about Danielle Smith or Justin Trudeau. How many ethics violations can you do and it gets swept away? What is the difference between Justin Trudeau's ethics violations and Danielle Smith's ethics violations? None, because there is no accountability. Canada doesn't have accountability. Not federally and certainly not provincially. The police can't do fuck all. The justice system can't do fuck all unless those people say they can. The lieutenant governor's got to come forward. Lieutenant governor has to come forward and charge the premier. They won't. They're sworn to it. Same with the prime minister. Governor general, and through governor general, all lieutenant governors. There is no justice for the prime minister or any premier. None whatsoever. They have to themselves choose. And they never do. Never. And there will never be any justice. If a premier or a prime minister doesn't want any justice done, there is no justice. We all know absolutely now. Thanks to Danielle Smith, thanks to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, if you didn't know over all these years that there's a fusion of our justice system with the executive, you know now. They can do whatever they want. There's no laws in the Constitution that say they can't. Because you, the people, have never codified it. Let us give you the power. Constitutional conventions. PCC, Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists. We give the power to the people. In 30 days of an election, in just minority prime minister, we will roll out all 142 crown positions. We will have a Canadian assigned and sworn to you for each one, who will not bend, who will not break. They will swear an oath to you, and they will shut down the very visibly democratic institutions, federally and provincially. Doesn't matter who's premier, doesn't matter what party, MPs or MLAs, or for Quebec, MNAs, it won't matter. Because they won't be able to do any legislation at all. No more acts and bills until you, the people, get constitutional conventions. But what about the police and military? We're going to control that. We're going to show you what the Crown actually does in Canada. All these lunatics who talk about it's just symbolic. It's never been symbolic. Was it symbolic when Justin Trudeau and all his massive violations? Was it symbolic with Danielle Smith when she's talking on a private conversation with a charged citizen on a criminal case saying, I'm going to wash it all away for you? I'm going to talk to the prosecution and get rid of it? And there's no justice for that. If that was me or you, we'd be in jail. You'd be in jail. It's a criminal code violation for us, but not for politicians. There's many crimes politicians are allowed to do. There's many first-class appointments. The Crown, they can commit all kinds of crimes and they're not guilty of nothing. But you or I, third class, look out, you're going to be liquidated. You're going to experience the full extent of the law. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if it was you who called up the prosecutor's office and said, hey, you're going to do this, or we need to talk about it, you're going to do that? You know what they call that, right? It's a criminal code violation. It's like when you get pulled over by a cop and you go, hey, we're going to work out this ticket. Start whipping out money. Hey, how can I make your life better? That's crime. They will do you in and they will massacre you in the courts. You'll lose all your money. They'll throw you in jail. But not politicians. That's okay. Not the Crown sworn. That's okay. You're superior human beings. And if anyone doesn't believe that both federally and provincially that our justice system is fused with the executive, I don't know what else to show you. You want to change that. You want an independent judiciary again. PCC. The forms are there. Page 14. That's for all of you. You print it off. You fill it out. You email me, davevjbjorkman@gmail.com. Post this video. I'll put it in the title. It's the power of you, the people. It's a revolution of the people taking the castle down from the inside on their stage. We're going to publish for the first time in Canadian history the platform of what is Canada, what's the dark crown power, and how we utilize it, exactly like Adolf Hitler. He did it, but he did it for evil purposes. We're going to do it for you, the people. You're going to get 6 to 9 months of constitutional conventions in every community, town hall, and Indian reserve across Canada to the far Arctic reaches. We're going to bring in the world's greatest minds. Already collected, all the work done, folks. I've been all over the world, all through COVID and before. Many, many stages, many, many universities. We've collected the greatest legal minds in the entire world, bar none. Even Canada's 2 living current greatest legal minds. Current greatest legal minds. When I was in Texas, the one Canadian and all these world country delegates and delegations sent, the one Canadian stayed one day and ran right off. Didn't like my little flyer. Oh no, they didn't like it. The rest of the world did. Not Canada's delegation. Gone. No, no, we won't participate in that. We are the superior first class. We don't want any reference to any fucking low, degenerate subject. And definitely no Indian savages. Again, these are not my words, folks. I didn't define Canadians as first, second, third class. Savage Indian. It's all the Canadian government forever and a day. 1867, 1876. Look it up, Indian Act. Read your constitutional acts, 1867 onward. Read all of everything every liberal and liberal conservative party of Canada had to say about you. All the way to their transition and even one changing their name several times. You can paint lipstick on a pig, as they famously say, but it's still a fucking pig. They're pigs. You want to learn about savages? There's a long line of prime ministers, liberal and conservative, talking all about the savage Indian. It's why the Indian Act. Got to keep the savages reined in. They will become subjects or they'll be destroyed. Because until they're subjects bending the knee, they're not people. They're savages and they're going to be treated accordingly. Genocided, culturally wiped out, spiritually, mentally, physically, through sexual violence of children. It's a sick country, folks. A sick, dirty, filthy country. Don't fall for their crap. We can do this together. It's very simple. Page 14. Print it off. You never got that from PPC. I already know. I know all kinds of folks who just pay the membership like every other filthy fucking party. They tell you, oh, pay a membership, we're going to register you. You're nothing. You're not even registered with the government of Canada. I'm going to tell everybody again. Liberal Party of Canada, all their founding membership's been dead and gone since 1938. The Conservative Party of Canada, their founding membership's been dead since 1939. They run on a 5-person board. And they craft their EDAs. 3 people. That's it. That's the power of the parties now. Fully autocratic, no founding registered membership, and it's been in place since 1867, folks. This is nothing new, this form. No one's seen it in almost 100 years. That's how they trick you. Again, Maxime Bernier did not publicly release that form like I am. He kept it for his insiders, collected his elite first class from the CPC. You've been bamboozled. You've been fucked. Ask Mark Freeze. Hey, Mark, did you ever fill out that form for PPC? Or did you pay a membership like everybody else? Because my friend Robert, my late friend, Robert David Lang, he set up 18 EDAs for PPC, and he never filled out that form. He was shocked and horrified. He joined me right away, like, oh my God. He was a very smart man, very smart, very technical, very well legally spoken, and he was shocked and horrified as a corporate owner himself, very successful man. He was shocked at how could they get that past him, and they did. They all do, right? Because we don't know any better. We're born into it. We're going to make the justice system independent. We're going to rewrite it all. You, the people, are going to rewrite it all. We're going to teach you how to do it. All people, all First people, all Canadians. God bless everybody. Share the video. People keep telling me, you don't have solutions. I give the solution every other day of the week. But people only want to hear what they want to hear. This is real. This is absolutely truthful, and it terrifies them. They're coming after us with everything they got. And sadly, folks, it's all parties. They're all in it together. They're all one crown. They have their special interest groups, which are not you. You're their filthy subjects, there to serve them, there to finance and bankroll them with everything you got and everything you're ever going to have. And for all the first people, you're savages to be liquidated as fast as humanly possible. Why do we have a smaller population of First Peoples in Canada than the USA? Why is the American Indian 3 times as large as you? after going through many, many more Indian wars. BC still running Indian wars. Ontario, smaller area, but they're still running Indian wars. Cascadia, Caledonia. But America fought massive ones in massive large volume. Why are there more First Peoples, American Indians, same peoples as the First Peoples of Canada? Because Canada's been running a genocide for a much longer time. 100 years past USA. USA has fixed itself. They've moved on. They continue doing greater and greater human rights achievements. They fall down. Joe Biden's a big fall down. But Canada's always on the mission to destroy the First Peoples. Look how badly they live in northern treaties. Look all the way into the Arctic. Look how awful it is for them. Go to Alaska. Look how high that is. That's way up in the Arctic. And those people are doing tremendously better than anybody in way lower northern treaties, all the way up through the Arctic Circle. And then you go into Russia and Siberia. What? They're doing better than us too. Canada's a sick pervert. The Crown is what's different. The 1876 diseased mind of the Crown colonial that is the design of Canada, that's been dismembered all over the world, but not Canada. Apparently it's okay, it's good. It's good to be in that sick, perverted old world order. And I guess they're praying that eventually all their UN agenda goals that they're crafting and implementing with the UK Crown, who's leader in all of them, even though they get voted down, get vetoed every time they're brought forward, but yet we implement it at full pace, our politicians, and all of you. And somehow they're able to convince all of you that it's international law. But you'll find, no, it's Canada's bullshit laws implemented on the subjects and the savages. Because again, none of you are codified in your constitution. Highest laws of the land. That's what we need to do, and that's what our party's going to do. We're going to show you the legal path to fixing Canada. You're not voting for me or all the candidates. You're voting for yourself for the first time in Canadian history. We're not writing the Constitution. You all are. I have tremendous faith with the greatest legal minds in the 215 languages available in Canada. You're all going to get the same presentation, the same training in any language you choose, and you, for 6 to 9 months in majority, will make all the new laws. Again, rules of governance, how to govern, and accountability for the first time in Canadian history, because there is none. There's no crime for politicians to rape, cheat, lie, thief, and destroy you. They can ruin your life, and they're not accountable. Never are. Do you know who's always accountable? You, the subjects and savages. You're accountable for the debt loading. You're accountable through the taxes. You pay for any and all accountability, so they're never accountable. They commit genocide, you the taxpayers pay. You the slaves pay. Pay large. Whether you got it or not, we will slave your children forevermore. Hey, this is great. Isn't it great to be a crown colonial politician in Canada? You get to lie, cheat, rape, steal. You don't even have to be economically viable. You don't have to have any viability. You don't have to have any business skills. You can be a dumbbell out of high school. You just have to be a good liar. Yeah. Lawyers don't have to be viable. Engineering firms don't have to be liable. You bend the knee, you swear that oath. Don't worry, we'll subsidize all of you, whether you deliver or not. Don't worry. Beat the shit out of the subjects and savages, right? Keep them in the system, keep them paying large. Yeah, that's how it works. It's a real great system if you're in the first class. But again, like the Titanic, there's only enough lifeboats for the first class. They lock everybody down below the first, third class, lock them all down. They're going down the ship. They're dead. To give them more time to get away. And you better be a good ass kisser in the second class, because after the first class gets most of the lifeboats, there's only half left for you guys. You gotta really polish it. Does that sound like a good system to you? It's a pre-communism. It's what led to communism, folks. It's a garbage system. Your benefits, your status in society relies solely on your birth and your allegiance to a divine class of human beings. Does that sound mentally crazy? The definition of insanity? It is. And we're practicing this in 2023. We haven't learned shit. We're the same people thousands of years ago. Wow, we've come a long way, right? Let's do this together. Let's show the world that Canadians aren't fools, that we, the people, can rise up, we can do real civics, and that we can build a party that hides all the evil of the system, and we show the world how to correct it legally, non-violently, in that elite system. Isn't that a great option? It's a viable way forward. Why not do it? Utilize all your ideas. People talk about revolution and we've got to do violence. Hey, you want to continue on that and plan for that? Yeah, I get it. Go for it. Because it's going to come too eventually. But why not explore all your options? This is a great option. This is a great fix. It's not going to cost you anything except for your time and your love of your fellow man and your need for freedom. We don't all have to think alike. We let all the people decide, but we show them the truth in the light of every step, every stage of it. We don't hide nothing. We never lie. We go with the light of truth. And when you do that, those politicians hate it. The lying lawyers, the dirty judges, the filthy cop pigs, all the first-class lunatics and lowlifes who believe they're superior to you, they don't like it. But it's their crown system and they'll follow it to a T. Always have. If you don't believe it, go look at Adolf Hitler. That's exactly what he did. So much for the idea that it's just, it's not really there. It's just kind of symbolic, they said. Was Hitler symbolic? When all the politicians got arrested, was that symbolic? That's the design of what was Germany, and it's currently and still is since 1867, the first and current design in the world. Canada won. We're before Australia. We're before New Zealand. We were built before South Africa. We're the first example of that colonial disease, that crown putrid that infects everything of our society. Come on, Canadians. These freedom fighters, this is your way out. Again, there's the package in the link of this video. Go into it. Isolate page 14. I usually just give page 14 because a lot of folks, when they go to print, even when they isolate the one, they get all 14 pages. It's the 14th page that we have to have thousands of people signed on to. One package, the 14 pages, but page 14 is the one you, the people, need to write. Your lifetime free, registered with the Government of Canada, founding membership. Got to fill it out in real printed form, and then you can take a picture in color, original color, and email it to me, davevjbjorkman@gmail.com. We're going to keep it open for probably a year's time. The election is going to be November of 2025. We have time. There's a year period before the election we roll through. We're going to run through the party. That'll be November of 2024. I may go a little early. I may go a little bit early. We're going to see. But we're working on all the crown appointments. We're going to showcase them all to you publicly for the first time in Canadian history. And we're going to teach you about every position you've never, ever learned in any school. It's a dark, secret, perverted, hidden secret of the crown. And for the first time in Canadian history, a platform. It's going to be released for all Canadians. And the first class fucking hate it. They hate it. The lawyers and judges, no. But yet you go anywhere else in the world, and I can stand and talk to a justice. I can even go to the USA, meet the Supreme Court of the United States, and they just love it. You go, but they worry for you, but you go. They tell you, go, do it. It's the right thing. And don't listen to those lawyers. Don't listen to those judges. Don't let them get their filthy mitts on what you're doing. Keep it for the people. In plain speak, don't. Don't let them ruin you. Because they're corrupt and dirty, and the world knows it. The real world knows it. That's my video. This is real. And this is the part you do, folks. All you do is fill out the membership form. Page 14. Download, isolate page 14. You print that. You fill it out. You email me. Again, Dave, VJ, BJORKMAN @gmail.com. Print it in color, fill it out in pen, snap a picture, you can see it all legibly, or scan it in color and email it back to me. That's what you can do. That's your power, you the people. That's what we need. And as we go through all the Crown appointments, there's many. The going to be 343 now, not 338. And then there's going to be all the EDAs. We have a tremendous amount of positions to fill. Everybody needs to get involved. We're going to have a First Peoples and Canadians 50-50 all the way through. We're going to settle the country. 91% of Canada is not available to any of you. It's the Crowns, federally and provincially, whichever dictators you elect. They get it. All their wealthy foreign friends get it. You think any of those parties will ever stop that cheating, filthy, genocidal system of exploitation to the furthest maximum? Divine socialism, divine capitalism, where you, the subjects, get all the shit end of the deal. Both sides of it. There's no left and right. There's only up and down. Them way up here, you all divided down here. Hate this one, hate that one, hate this one, and they all play the game. We can't play the game anymore. We need to go to the head of the snake, and that's what I'm going to teach you to do. It's them who's the disease. They're the one who brings all the evil of the world in, and none of the light, none of the good. They keep that away from you, because they're the evil. God bless everybody. That's my video. Share. Nice way to finish Easter weekend. Bye now.